Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's Alan at Wickersley Angling Centre. Today I want to talk about a few products that I've used over the last 12 months which I use in my own fishing and I think are very good products and have impressed me the most over the last 12 months. Firstly, I want to talk about the Mosella EVA range. This is something that the shop has only been stocking recently over the last 12 to 18 months, but as it's progressing it's getting better and better. First of all, they do some nice white products, as in for the summer, more aimed at the summer anglers. So when you're fishing on the canals and bream fishing, which is like a lot of fishing I do, more silverfish fishing, you can have just a few maggots, a few pinkies, worms, casters and a bit of ground bait in there, but it's got a zip lid on it, so when it rains you can keep it dry, but it's also a clear lid, so you can always see where your stuff is in your tray. And with it being white, with the sun in the summer, the heat, it reflects the sun rays. They also do a cool bag in that range as well, so you can put all your bait in there. I keep all my bait and my spare bits and pieces in there. A lot of time I take my bait tied up in bags, so it's not actually moving and riddling, which I prefer as well, because I can just keep getting a bit of fresh bait out as the day goes on the hot days. So you can keep it cool, but you can also, like, after an hour's fishing, if you've had a few maggots and pinkies what are starting to get a bit hot or stretch if it's red hot, throw them away and get some new ones out of your bag, and then just keep topping up as the day goes on. The other range is the trolley bag. Well, he calls it a trolley bag, but you can use it for multiple things. But you can put spare tackle in that. You can put all these extra tubs and accessory bags in with your catapults, all your spare feeders in them, all your rigs, spare rigs. Everything fits in there. And all fits in nice and secure. It's got a lovely lid. This lid actually comes down the side of the tub, so when it rains the water just runs down the side and you can't get your stuff wet inside it. The next product I want to talk about in this little series is, I have touched on it earlier on in the year, is the MAP parabolic SUV. Now, early on in the year, I didn't really know what the SUV stood for, but I have been informed by loads of people, thank you very much, on Facebook, that it stands for the stepped up version. Now, this rod, the more I use it, it's the only rod I want to get out of my bag now. I think it's fabulous. It comes with 3 carbon tips, an 1/2 ounce, a 1 ounce and a 1.5 ounce. When you pick it up, they're so light, are these rods, that you think, yeah, well, it's nice, but can it do what I want it to do? I've chucked a ground bait feeder 50 metres with this. Last week I went pleasure fishing to Hallcroft because we're fishing the Feeder Masters Pair League on there, and I had a carp out on this rod with an 012 hook length, £14. Honestly, you can catch anything from 6 ounce skimmers with this to great big carp. It will do everything. There is also another one. There's a standing 11 foot which I have also got as well, but that is purely for my skimmer fishing. But if you're only going to take one out of the range, I think the 11 foot SUV is the best all-round rod in the range. Right, my third and final piece of kit what I want to talk about from what I think have been good products throughout 2019 is the new Middy XZ65. Now, I already have an XZ65. I've got the one previous to this, which is the Generation 2. Now, I didn't think that could have been beat. I think this is an awesome pole. But they've brought a new G3 out for this year, and it is better than my G2. Now, that takes some believing, but honestly, it is. They've got a few new key features on it as well. If you're in the market for a new pole, this pole, I would say, is probably one of the best silverfish poles on the market. Plus, if you go commercial fishing, I think it's good for F1s and that kind of fishing. It's not an out-and-out carp pole, But if you go silverfish fishing and you fish a lot of lengths of 13, 14 and 16 metres, or if you go on commercials in the winter months and you're silverfish fishing, or you go fishing for F1s, take a look at this pole. Honestly, you will not be disappointed. A couple of the other key features with it, what they've improved for this year, is on the 4 and 5 section, they've put nose cones in already for you. So when you join aligning your sections together, it's dead easy. You don't have to look where you're putting your sections. They just fold away. And on the bottom of the female parts of the sections, they've put some reinforcing on it to strengthen them up. So when you're shipping in and out, a lot of times, there's a lot of strength on the ends of the sections as well. They've put a few little key features. You can put roller pullers in them in your numbers 3 and 4 sections if you want to put more elastic through, which seems to be one of the in things this last 12 months as well. But all in all, this pole is fantastic, and for silverfish fishing, I think it is one of the nicest poles on the market.